Okay, so I hit go live on YouTube.
Oh, good.
It says we are live on YouTube. Cool. And I've got chat windows at both of them. Yes, I do. Okay.
Yeah, and I can
Okay.
hear it
Well, that's
from
good.
somewhere.
That's good. It's not from me though because I have it all muted. Maybe it's from you.
Yeah, I have it muted as well, but where? Oh,
Hmm.
I had a window, had a tab open.
Of course you did.
Good job, me. Okay, yeah.
I'm
So,
I'm reading this Ars Technica article. It's fascinating. So you can literally search Amazon, but you can't just use dumb TV. You have to use non-smart TV to be able to
yeah,
find non-smart TVs.
of course.
An alternative is projectors or computer monitors.
Yeah, but
You
you
can
can't get
yeah.
like 100 inch TV, 100-inch monitor.
No, that's what digital signage is for.
Yeah.
Because digital most digital signage boards support HDCP 2.2, which means you can watch 4K with HDR.
Like I have what? Yes, smart TV, 100 something size
The
smart
only
TV.
thing that makes me wonder is if I buy like digital signage and connect it to like the media to like the home theater PC, does it support DPMS calls? Hmm. Or do I actually have to turn it off?
Uh,
That's a good question.
Holy
Because
crap.
I would love to be lazy with it and just use TPMS. What are we gonna holy crap over?
These days, I just noticed you can have uh, a stream that is you can have two streams on YouTube at the same time of the same thing. One horizontal, one vertical. It
Oh
is a
yeah,
setting in fucking uh, uh, stream dashboard.
yeah. And there's a plugin for OBS you can use to manage both streams independently.
Oh wow.
Yep, it's as bad as you think it is. Okay, Ars Technica, I'm going to bookmark this article for later. Because I want to read it.
So for everybody who doesn't know, we're live on both YouTube and Twitch. And yeah.
Something like that.
Ooh, cool.
Let's see. Put these tabs over here. That way I can stop looking at the stream sample. Make sure we put the tabs in the proper order of things. Because things.
Uh,
There we go.
in interest to keeping someone on stream, I'm gonna go and grab myself.
You're gonna go grab a drink.
Now we're gonna go clean the glass and grab a drink. I just need to find the right thing
Oh,
to disappear.
okay, okay.
Okay. Now stream will see a white square where I'm supposed to be.
Of course. The square be white. It's a beautiful white.
Okay. I need to mute myself and
Let's see. Let's see.
be
Let's
back
see.
in 3.
Prime Time says it might actually be the year of the Linux desktop. The Linux cast is saying that it won't be the year of the Linux desktop.
And I'm saying this is a stupid thing to think about.
Here's a random blog post where it says that it will be the year of the Linux desktop. There is nothing particularly new there. Okay. Let's see. But I like his picture. This Tux has the power. So, rise of opinionated cohesive desktop environments, because apparently opinionated desktop environments are what people want. I looked at Omarchy very briefly. I didn't like it. Cosmic, I am going to be experimenting with Cosmic though. Quality Linux first hardware. System 76 has been around for a while. Same with Framework. The problem is, both these brands, you kind of have to already be a power user to know what they are. Although Framework's a little bit more popular of a brand name than like System 76, but that's just because Framework also has like the YouTuber influence with it. Developer disillusionment with Apple's Walled Garden. They're still gonna produce for Apple. I mean, maybe not some of the smaller ones. Oh, there's Michael Dominic. Yeah. Coda Radio, yep. Go back. I want this article. And make sure to hit that sync. I suppose I should be recording this for like pre-stream, right? Yeah. I am recording. Hello everybody, welcome to the No Tux Allowed. We are in our wonderful little pre-show stream right now because Bigpod is not here. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, he is white. Although when I look at the YouTube preview, he is there, trying to talk. But on Twitch he's white. I don't know what's going on. These things are weird. But it's fine. I have a cup with penguin on it. Introducing AI the Firefox way. I do not hear you, Bigpod, if you're actually there. Because you're still not there on Twitch. I don't know what's going on here. I see you there, but I don't see you there. So I'm just trying to figure out. Maybe if I reload Twitch. Or is YouTube just that far behind? Oh, YouTube. Wow. Never mind. I feel like an idiot.
Josh, did you have YouTube on pause?
No, YouTube was just that fucking far behind. Because I was sitting there looking at like the YouTube preview, seeing that there's a Bigpod there, but he's not there. So I refreshed Twitch, thinking maybe Twitch like aired out, but no. It turns out that YouTube just fell behind. I didn't pause it. Just to let you know, I am recording pre-show.
Okay.
Because it's already live, so I might as well just hit the record button.
Yeah.
Probably don't put the probably put the pre-show in just like the general feed this time around, rather than the premium feed.
Okay.
Just put it in there.
What were we talking about before I left?
Um, um,
Oh yeah. Afterwards, I wanted to mention, since you mentioned Omarki, I wanted to mention that something even you don't know. I First of all, I hate the guy. I think he has like all the wrong takes. The creator of Omarki, DHH.
yeah.
I think about 60% of what he says is about as good as Catpy. But I did email him if he would appear on the show, and
The name is familiar.
David Heinemann Hansen,
Yep.
creator of Ruby on Rails,
Right.
creator of a bunch of things, uh, uh, 24 hours of Le Mans racer and so on. That guy really does a lot of things. Uh, so I emailed him, and while he didn't appear, he did email back that at least he emailed back, unlike most emails we send out.
No. Did he say no?
Yeah, he did say no, but he was nice about it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it just looks like everybody's Hyperland. I'm just sitting here watching
Yeah,
like this.
it's Hyperland.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's DHH.
I don't like opinionated Hyperland configurations or like opinionated
People.
well, not necessarily people, but like pre-configured window managers. That's what it is. Like I've tried them, and I just never enjoyed them. And I guess that this is just like a post-install script.
Yeah, essentially yes.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. Yeah. I mean, I watched like the little YouTube videos talking about it, but that's about as far
Yeah,
as I've
like
gotten with Omarki.
it's not Omarki, it's Omarchi.
Hello, 01. Omarchi?
Yes, uh, it's Omarchi. That's literally the point.
Oh, okay.
Because uh, it's I don't know what Om is.
Oh. There's Omacub as well, which is based
Yes,
on Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Yeah.
Is this Ubuntu with Hyperland?
Audio is low. Okay, let's try this. And if
I mean,
then I'm
surely
sorry
running
if
it.
your ears explode. Sorry.
What's an
This is
even
gonna.
more ambitious take? Check this out. Oh, okay. Manual. Getting started. There we go. Install fresh copy of Ubuntu. Run this script.
Yes.
wget pipe into bash.
Yes.
Make sure that you encrypt your drive when you're installing Ubuntu. You have to do it through the advanced options. If you do not have a computer, you can totally buy this framework. You can also buy stuff from like all these other manufacturers. Okay, so we hit next.
Here we go. He wrote an article named "Success Always Spawns Hate," because people weren't liking Omarchi.
Oh, uh, it's a tiling window manager. First of all, people
Yes.
have opinions,
Yes.
so of course somebody's not gonna like it. Of course. Oh, the font choice is Cascadia Mono.
Okay.
I don't even know
That's
what that
not.
looks like.
It's actually a nice thing. It's Microsoft font. You probably seen it.
Wait. Is the terminal opening up in a Zelij instance?
I think so. Yeah, probably.
That sounds terrible.
Zelich. Uh,
He's shipping 2 PDF readers in the Ubuntu version. Why?
uh, Open the link I sent you. You will see the actual Cascadia code repo.
You sent the link to me?
Yep.
Oh, you posted it in announcements. That's why.
Oh, crud.
Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at
I'm so
this.
fucking used to having just that open during show. I didn't even realize. It's my default.
Well, you see, it's your this font is your default because it's the default in the Windows terminal and VS Code.
No, this is one thing. This is one thing I said by myself.
Oh, but it's the default nowadays. You don't need to set it.
No, I mean for everything else, for like my terminal and everything, is the
Oh,
default. It's like what I use, not the default. It's what I use.
I don't even know what font I'm using right now. I think I'm on KDE, so it's probably Nodo.
But it is the default on the operating system I would normally use when I'm not on uh when I'm not on when I'm not still on NixOS because I really didn't update reinstall the system because I'm not that obnoxious about reinstalling and I just don't want to bother. Yeah, like many people did podcasts with DHH around that time when this Omar Chi was going out. Like he was everywhere.
Of course.
The-
Where do I find font settings in KDE?
no idea.
I just hit, I just type font into search bar. Ah, there we go. Nodo Sans. Okay.
Oh god, I think he created his own license.
He probably did.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah.
nothing beats Terminus 8-point font in a non-scaled high DPI display. Yes, because you want to just see everything and not be able to read any of it.
Okay, so his company created a Kanban board application, and for it they created a new freaking license, which to me right now, when looking at it, looks basically, and I might be wrong, MIT or a BSD license. The BSD 3 class, I think, would be the one I'm thinking of. Or is it 0 class? Who knows? It's BSD. Who cares?
Oh, he does ship an ISO for Omarchy. It's not just a
Yeah,
post install
for
script.
Omar he does,
Yeah. But probably not for the Ubuntu one.
but not for Umakum or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Let's see here. Licenses, bog standard MIT license. He
Yeah,
actually filled out the copyright line properly on like 70% of open source projects.
unlike me,
Yes.
I think I didn't do that. I can go check my license for the. We
Yeah,
have the
you
license.
should set your license and assign the copyright to Tuxbase Media Group.
Our license is copyright 2025, no tax allowed.
Oh, well, unfortunately, that's the wrong company name.
Mr. CEO, I think that's your job. That will
Oh,
be your
okay.
first commit. You can go into GitHub and click license and then just edit the license. Mr. CEO, Mr. Legal Team.
I do
Sadly.
know the legal team.
Well, you are because we don't have
Copy
one
link.
legal team.
Okay, okay. I don't even know if I have Git installed.
You don't need Git. Why do you need Git? Go open in browser.
I'm not logged into GitHub either. My goodness,
Oh,
man.
oh God, really?
Gonna make me log into fucking GitHub?
Yes.
Cancel this fucking download. I thought I canceled it.
What are you downloading?
Omarchy, because, it decided I was just going. I clicked the button by accident, so it's just decided to download. Okay, now I gotta go grab my phone because my phone's all the way on the other side of the room. This is why I hate signing into shit.
And I
Make me run
have
circles around
Sprite
my
with
darn
lemon.
house just so I can deal with this two-factor authentication bullcrap. My goodness, why can't we just go back to the good old days where it's just like everything's just like the same username and password?
Yeah. Sorry. There is about 6 billion computer users. That's not a good idea anymore.
I know. It was never a good idea to begin with.
Yeah, but at a time when all the computer users your computer was talking to were in the same room, most likely at the same time, you really didn't have that much problem with fucking passwords being cracked.
That's true. Uh, I am not making a PR for Omarchy. Oh my
No,
goodness.
cli
Extension GitHub repositories wants to sign in using GitHub. Yeah, sure. It's fine. That one.
I would actually show the repo we're talking about on the screen, but I can't
Oh, I'm sorry.
for
Did you want
various
me?
for various other reasons not related to stream or project.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad, not sad, but I have to follow the rules.
Okay. I have committed and pushed. Now, how do I exit out of this stupid fucking GitHub thing to go back to Git?
Which
Uh,
one? Which one you are in? I don't even know
uh,
that. Where you are?
this.
Oh, you went there.
Yeah.
Now you have to just go back or go back enough to have it there.
Oh, I just have to hit the back button. Okay.
I
Okay.
think. Yeah. Now it's copyright 2025 Tuxbase Media Group. Wow. And for everybody, I just remembered I can still post links.
Well, I'm not logged into Twitch, so I can't post links there.
And I did. Yes, it's called Dragon Scheduler. Or
For now.
scheduler, how do you want to pronounce it? It's gonna be an important part of mine and hopefully other people's infrastructure or ours, not mine. Technically Josh the owner. But look, now he's under contributors.
Yay! My
Wow.
face pops up there.
Yeah. And hopefully there'll be more of his face, because he might write one of the components.
I might like write 2 lines of code and that'd be about it. Have you tell me that it fails to build and it's like, oh, I'm too stupid to figure this shit out.
Well, I have a lot of things to build myself. I have to build the server. I have to build the client. I have to build the other server.
Okay.
So I could use a guy who can write me a CLI according to spec. Also, you're gonna have
That
to.
sounds like front end work. That's what you're telling me to do.
It's CLI, yes. It's front end CLI work. Also, you're gonna have to learn what gRPC is if you don't know. It's a communication framework. Also sometimes known as Google RPC, which is mostly a joke.
Okay, so shall we start the show proper here?
Give me a moment.
Okay. Okay.
I have to go look if my backup camera is charging.
Okay. Make sure that you click all the links in our show notes that we can have them looked at least. DHH is a legend. Well, he did create Ruby, so yes, sure. Well, Ruby on Rails. My bad. Ruby on Rails. He didn't make Ruby. He made Ruby on Rails.
No, he's not a legend. He may
He,
he may be he may have created something, but just as like everybody else, he hasn't created anything relevant since.
yeah. Jake, are you still in the void, or have you discovered the beauty of Gen 2 yet?
Or maybe he did create something relevant right like last year with Omarchi. Oh god, I hate that name.
It's a terrible name.
Yep.
But when has an open source developer ever made a good application name?
I know one.
Which one
You
is
can
that?
check out Dragon Scheduler on GitHub. That's a beautiful name.
Sure.
I took two already existing words and put them together.
Oh, okay.
Very, very creative.
Oh my goodness. Cheap chair did the thing again where it falls back on me.
That's why you got to get yourself an expensive chair. Not,
Well, you
not
see,
sponsored.
Sadly.
Sadly.
People. Well, what happens is that people need to go to patreon.com/no-tux allowed. That way they can give, Tuxbase money. That way I can use Tuxbase to buy myself a chair so I can, not have to pay that tax.
Well, no, you can only do that for a couple of hours of that. So a very small part because you aren't using it all the time just for work at the company in that case. Yes, I do deal with that law now. What, Josh? Why are you looking at me that funnily?
Well, you see, maybe that's how it works in Slovenia. But I could totally get away with that here in the U.S.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's definitely not
You
how it
installed
works
Gen 2
here.
a month ago just to prove to you guy that it works on a core boot machine.
Asahi Linux sucks. Sorry to tell you the truth.
Well, here's the thing.
What works well. Problem is that you install it on a machine that is set to say but one of the best pieces of hardware ever created, and 90% of it doesn't work. Also,
Well, you see,
remember,
how many people
only
are working on Asahi
M2.
nowadays?
Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
that's the important question. Like, how many people are legitimately actually just working on it? Because
Few.
that could explain a lot.
A few people, but remember that nothing has moved for like like a year now.
That's true. It has been a while since I saw them pop up in like a newsfeed. So
Also, just noticed 01. Do you have that profile picture? Is that the one of Bluefin dragons? Or the dragons, dinosaurs. That looks like a bluefin dinosaur with a cap.
let's look at this. That
Well,
is in fact a blue dinosaur wearing a Santa hat, wrapped in Christmas
Yes.
tree lights.
I think it's the bluefin dinosaur,
Yep.
one of George's bluefin dinosaurs.
Boom did not notice anything that didn't work on Asahi. You can also run local AI using a graphics chip. I can do that too,
Uh,
without using Apple Silicon.
yeah. I like. I remember talking like not too long ago with someone who runs Asahi, and basically that bunch of stuff doesn't work. At least bunch of stuff when you're going beyond like normal computer usage. And yes, still I think
My
Mac is
question
one of the
is,
best computer hardware available currently. The
my question is,
M series.
how long until I can buy like a used MacBook that's on an ARM system for less than $500,
Never.
and how flawless would it be for me to just install Gen 2 on it?
Very, very, very hard.
Very hard. Okay.
Very hard. First of all, it's very likely that you won't get a lot of used M hardware ever, because people have been riding them basically till they died. Most people, and because like it is really good hardware, and there is basically no difference between M1 and M5.
Well, I already knew that, but people gotta sell their computer eventually, right?
Not necessarily. If it dies, they don't.
That's true.
I
They just throw
haven't
it away.
sold a single computer in my life.
I mean, neither have I. I just inevitably blow them all up.
Something like that, yeah. 01, yeah, I agree. Bluefin is amazing.
Bluefin is
I've been
amazing. It's just way too opinionated.
I've been running Bluefin ish since essentially the time Universal Blue exists. I I was like last year in March. I officially joined the community, and I was like, I don't think there were that many of us back in the day. I joined at a time where even the worst version of ISOs didn't exist. I can say proudly that I had a hand in creating the worst version of ISO we ever had,
Hey, at least you
but
guys
at
had
least
an
it
ISO.
worked. Yeah,
You
it
had an
worked.
ISO. It would boot. It was just enough of a grub bootloader to boot a net install media for your ISO of choice.
Exactly. It was literally a grab, and then it was a Fedora installer that had few things tweaked to it through grab
Well,
that
yeah,
that it that
you
it
had to pick
installed the
you
right version of the system.
yeah you picked your image from the grub boot menu.
Yes, it was amazing.
Yeah, yeah. But
3/4 of the time didn't work.
I remember going to ublue.it because that was the only website that they had at the time, and
Yeah, you blew
that's
it.
still the only website I ever go to. Because it's awesome, and then you had to copy paste a command to run on your existing Silverblue system.
Yeah, that was even older, and I am actually user from back in the day when it was a script for Silverblue. Most of you
Yep.
don't know those days. Literally, first iteration of Bluefin, it wasn't actually called Bluefin at the time, was literally a script for Silverblue. And
Uh,
I've been running that at the time for probably half a year until I discovered George has started doing images.
yeah. Bigpod's more among a uBlue pioneer. I just happen to have known about the project that long.
I even have my own image, or
I
three,
I
or
remember we
six,
recorded a really bad episode
and
of
you
making an
you
image.
have an image.
I do have an image. You go to github.com/tenleyj/htpc. You will get a uBlue image that is minimum viable Cody.
Yeah,
Uh,
it,
I
it
think
was it was
I think
made during a video that was so horrible. Even Josh's editor didn't want to touch it.
well he did touch it. He just didn't like it.
but then he ran away.
he legitimately told me this is not worth publishing. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I kind of figured.
We kind of knew that based on how we went into things.
Yep. But you know, if you want working Cody and you don't want to deal with like well, I think the terrible download speeds for Libre Elec here in the US because because in order for me to download Libre Elec at a reasonable pace, I have to spin up a VPS server in Europe and W get the file from there and then rsync it back to here. Because if I go to Libre Elec's website, I download in kilobits per second.
Where, what country LibreElec is from then?
I think that they're distributing. I think their CDN is coming from the UK.
Oh God.
Yeah, but I think LibreElec is probably a better HTPC operating system than my image. I just did it because I wanted to do it, and then I quit putting spaces in the compose file, so it quit updating. Because I quit working on it because I'm not using it anymore because I accidentally bought smart TV. Although I'm starting to regret choice of smart TV because the TV indexes my can sometimes index or query my DNS server so often that it literally crashes the DNS server.
Can I give you a tip?
What's that?
Do not connect the smart TV to internet and just plug something into it like you would normally with a dumb TV.
Well,
And
you see,
get essentially a dumb TV with an operating system.
Hold on. You want to know what's even stupider? Because I made this mistake. I bought the Roku TV. You know what doesn't work without a network connection?
Oh God, really?
Has to have a working network connection.
I'm sorry.
And it has to be able to index. It has to be able to send its heartbeat request at least once every 3 days. Otherwise, it will not work.
They do still make dumb TVs 01.
Yeah,
also,
they do.
There is a thing called digital signage if you're a baller.
Yeah.
You can buy yourself
01. If you go to
TV.
Ars Technica, they actually just published an article in like the last week about how you can find dumb TV today. Because apparently Emerson still makes them. I'm not going to say that's, an amazing TV. But you got to remember that a lot of the fancy like processing features that like TVs have nowadays are because they're smart TVs.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a smart TV. I haven't actually connected it to internet yet. Or it was connected to internet, but then I disconnected it. I just want to see if there is anything useful to install on it. Figured out it's not. Disconnected it, and now it's not connected.
So, I have a smart TV. You know what my smart TV is used for these days?
What?
It's my alarm.
Oh, great.
I use Home Assistant to turn on the smart TV, switch over to a live TV channel, typically like, ABC News or some news station that I know is going to be broadcasting something at, 4 in the morning, and it plays the news to wake me up each and every single day.
Wow, really?
Yes, and I don't have a remote, right?
Ah, nice.
So I can't just turn the TV off because it's a TV remote. They're always just lost. So I've got that little cubby back there that I plug my phone into. That's the charging station for it. So in order for me to turn the TV off, I have to get up out of the bed, over to that little cubby, grab the phone, unlock the phone, open up the Home Assistant app, and turn off the TV.
Wow, nice.
And that's how I turn off my alarm.
So currently my TV is shared with other roommates, but soon I'll have my own TV in my own living room.
Speaking
and at
of
that point, wanna know what's the plan for the TV?
What's that?
I'm gonna buy myself a keyboard and mouse for it, and I'm gonna add a computer to it, and then I'm gonna gonna lay on the couch and code on that TV,
Okay.
so I don't have to even sit at a desk. Personally, I used to have a better way of waking up than what Josh had.
Well, you see,
I
I used to have a much better way of waking up. It's called I lived on a farm and I waited for the rooster to crow. Because then you wake up pissed off because you want to, and you actively go outside so you can go kick the rooster.
I I couldn't hear a rooster even though it basically was sounding like 10 meters away from me.
Yeah.
I
All right.
cannot hear. But yeah, I was talking about my very creative way of waking up. I was like, I can't wake up. I can't wake up. I had this old but still somewhat up to date player. Like it was one of those big with those like big uh what is it called, big speakers. You know, it had a TV, it had a CD changer and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing is called, like radio changer, whatever, everything. And I went and I cranked it to the maximum volume,
Yeah.
which having two bookshelf speakers actually was really loud.
Yep.
And I set myself the clock or the wake up time when it wakes up at where I need to wake up. You wake up pretty quickly when music starts playing at fucking 100 decibels, 2 meters away
I
from
mean,
you.
I wake up because it's American news media.
and and the most funny part was because of the of the station I was listening to. The station had like literally at that exact time had a really loud sound every single morning at exactly 7 a.m. because I was waking up.
Of course.
On the top every time at top of the hour, at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. depending on
Yeah.
when I had to be at school.
And because they're broadcasting where standard radio frequencies, they have to at least let everybody know what channel they're on.
Yeah, and the most funny part was it wasn't just me who woke up; it was the entire house.
Well, of course.
And I didn't have a remote, so I had to wake up, stand up, and go across the room to press the stop button, and then on its own, in automated fashion, it lowered the volume down to bearable levels, so I could uh, get ready with beautiful sounds of Slovenian music.
Oh, speaking of music, I started buying CDs again. I gotta rip this entire stack of CDs. Cause I decided I wanted to get back to listening to the music that I was listening to back when I was going through school. So I picked up all this early 2000s music. I got like all the relevant Creed albums. I've got an AC/DC album. I've got one of many System of a Downs. The Metallica one I thought came in a plastic case, but they just shipped it in a paper sleeve, which makes me really sad. I guess they're being cheap. I bought the wrong Godsmack album, but it's got some of the correct songs on it. I bought 9 Days.
I have no idea about whoever you're talking about. Only people I knew were Metallica, and even that I know just barely.
You've probably heard like a Creed song. Probably.
Maybe. Not that I know of. I thought Creed was a movie.
Nah. And then
I thought you were talking about. At first, I thought actually you were talking about movie soundtrack
Now.
for the movie Creed.
This album only has one correct song on it, and the only reason it has one correct song on it is because the only recognizable song that came from this album that everybody knows in America is because the song was in the U.S. Army TV commercials.
And you see, and that is the reason I don't like CDs,
Yep.
because you have one. Because my I literally listen to many creators, and I
Well,
might listen to one
you
song of
see,
the creator.
this is where I get to blow your mind, Big Pod. These come in WAV files.
Okay, and
My I can yes, buy the digital music, yes, but I can honestly tell you that there is actually uh is it this album? Yeah, and like this album alone, like every single digital copy that I've tried to get for like this album, because it's got like 9 correct tracks on it. There actually is enough noise in the backgrounds that gets completely lost to the compression. Like you can actually hear it.
okay. My problem is, let's say you buy a CD for what is essentially 20 euros, which is how much they cost here, if not more. There is 12 songs on it. I listen to one, so essentially I just spent 20 euros for what is a euro and change of
Oh,
value.
I'm not buying these at full price.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not buying them at full price. So don't worry about that. But I think Home Lab episode 4 is going to be getting data onto our NAS
I thought you're gonna
because,
do MPD.
well, you see, we got to get the music onto our MPD server somehow.
So you're gonna be using. So you're gonna be doing MPD, or will you do something more modern?
uh, so my old school solution was to use MPD,
Yeah.
but that I don't want to be running, speaker wire everywhere again because I did that
You
before.
don't need to. You don't need to.
Well,
MPD used to work with.
well, I,
MPD has remote players available. Don't you know?
I did that through Pulse Audio. I didn't know that MPD
Yeah.
actually supported remote play as
I don't
well.
know if Pulse Audio or something else. I know I
But
had. I know I had a player on my phone through which I could listen to MPD from my server.
no, I was looking at like another option called like Snapcast and messing around with that because that seemed pretty cool. And then I discovered that there's a thing called a Music Assistant on Home Assistant, where now I can have Home Assistant, just man, be able to automate, making use of my music library, or
Also,
even
also
better, Big Pod,
Jellyfin
yeah, yeah, and Jellyfin as well. But Music Assistant can hook with Audio Bookshelf, and you know what Audio Bookshelf supports?
podcasts.
Podcast. So you know what that means?
No.
I can now have a podcast alarm, which is something which is legitimately something I've been wanting for like 20 years. Why is it that why is it that all these wonderful podcast app developers never hooked into the like the alarm API so I can just have podcast alarm? I literally download over 24 hours worth of podcast content every single day. It's terrible. I actually do need to clean up, my podcast feeds. It's horrible. I don't even. I
Well,
don't.
well, if we could get all those 24 hours to be hosted by Tuxbase, that would be more interesting
Yep.
to me. So yeah, if you want to have a podcast, but you don't have uh, a service to host, well, contact the taxbase.com, and we have one that you can use for a fee, of course.
Yep.
More on
Okay.
that, the Taxbase Media Group CEO Joshua Lee.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go. drain the coffee and refill it. And then I'll come back and then we can start the show.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, we're building essentially like a not streaming, a podcasting platform, all that, and Castopod still works. And for those of you who don't know, you can check out Dragon Scheduler on GitHub, not Tux Allowed /GitHub Dragon Scheduler, which is my attempt at creating a scheduler for cloud virtual machines, essentially, so I can actually save some money and have more servers, which would be great. That means better infrastructure. That means I can play with more servers. Also, if you go to Patreon, I could have more servers. If you put especially the $20 tier, I could have more servers. I would be really happy if you did it. More servers, more stuff for me to play with, more internal services I can deploy, and more fun for us. Mostly for me, because Josh doesn't know how to do this stuff I do. But yeah, I'm building a new version of our infrastructure, which will be funny with later in the segment of the show. But yeah, like it's gonna be pretty fun thing once I'm done. And a lot more compute for a lot less money. So Josh is back. Hello, Josh.
Yep, I just realized I had to unmute myself. Okay.
So,
Make sure this is muted. It is. I'm going to stop this pre-show now. And then do my fancy things here. Go to home directory. We can clear out that file. Call this one pre-show. Are you posting that enough?
no, I should spam it a bit more.
Okay. Just let everybody know. I have a bag of coax staples. So, we know that we're good for recording the show. I don't know why that's relevant for recording the show, but it's relevant.
Yeah.
I've also got rubber bands. Alright, so, moment of silence for the editor's sanity, right? Oh, wait, actually, should probably start recording the show. Yeah, should probably record the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was
record the show first.
Yeah, we're recording the show.
Yes, and then we need everybody in chat to stay quiet here. It's very important. I don't know if pouring yourself a soda counts as moment of silence for editor sanity.
01, no, that wasn't. That wasn't the show. That was two of us talking pre-show
yeah,
style.
Yeah.
Because we're just like.
Sometimes that goes on for way too long, and by the time we're done, I'm already half asleep.
Yes, and like that's normal for us to do it for like hours before even starting to record.
Because, it turns out that Bigpod and I like our World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that also happened once or twice. We played World of Warcraft for too long.
Yep.
And talked.
Yep.
Who could have guessed that we're friends? Also, I was leaning back, so couldn't be the show anyway.
Yep.
Okay, Josh, now you have the intro.
That is true. That's true.
So before that, I'm gonna answer the question: why is Tux not allowed? It is not that Tux is not allowed. It is that Tux isn't the only thing we're talking about. It isn't guiding our path forward. It's just one topic of the show. We're we're bringing together technology and Linux in one podcast because normally you have Linux podcasts or tech podcasts that sometimes talk about Linux. Here
Well,
we have a podcast that talks about Linux and technology in equal measure, depending on the news, of course.
I mean, the way I see it, Steve was the one that made the name.
Also, that yes.
Yeah. All right. So, showtime.
Yeah, showtime.
Yep.
I
I need a prop.
I wore the cool shirt.
I need a prop.
I have not the cool the fancy shirt. I don't like it. It's too thick. But it's the fancy shirt I normally wear for special occasions.
That's what I need. Right there. Okay.
Now Josh has a prop. Great.
Yep. Yep. I had to go get one. Because, the bane of my existence. All right. So, Bigpod,
What?
just to let you know, I got this free spool of filament for my 3D printer. This
Okay.
is PET G filament. Now,
Okay.
for the context of the record, before you just start immediately assuming things, I have tried drying it. I did try drying it. I even tried over drying it just to get it to calcify. It did not calcify.
Okay.
I got this thing all the way down to 5% humidity in its dry box for over 7.5 hours, and I still can't get a good print out of this material. When I started, this spool was completely full, a full 1 kilogram. According to this little estimator, which is a little chart right here, I've got less than 200 grams of this filament left, which tells you how much of this I've gone through. Haven't made a single good part yet.
Maybe that's why it was free. Cue the
Maybe.
music.
Maybe. Fuck Pet G. You're right, Zero. No tuxedos.
Yep.
Because I don't even own one.
Neither do I.
Yeah, yeah.
Which might change if things go certain trajectory that they want it to go. Well, and Josh will probably want to at one point wear one if we actually get to where we want to get to.
I mean, I do own a bow tie. I just don't have the jacket. That's really it.
I own a tie.
I also have a tie. I have like 4 ties, something like that. 4 or 5 ties. I don't wear them very often.
I wear them never.
Yeah. Okay. So
I am the Silicon Valley type, so t-shirt and jeans.
Turtleneck?
That's the maybe.
turtleneck and khakis. You got Steve Jobs it. That's how you get by in Silicon Valley.
Yep, Silicon Valley style.
Yep.
You go to a tech convention, especially the kind of tech conventions Silicon Valley people go, like something like KubeCon. It's shirt and jeans and nothing else. Or an occasional guy in a suit. Who
Or
everybody internally laughs at.
if you're going to multi-million-dollar company meeting, just wear a sweater.
Well, yeah. Or cargo shorts. Those also
Yeah.
are appropriate
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yep. All right, so hey guys, welcome to No Tux Allowed. I'm your host Josh, and today I'm wearing a brand new shirt. Yes, this shirt is brand new. It's also gray. And with me today, I have my host Bigpod, who is wearing
Hi,
a black shirt.
my fanciest shirt available.
Yep,
Today is a
cut.
special day, actually.
Yes,
That's why I
because
wore the best shirt I have.
we have a live audience in a chat room. So,
Yes.
uh, obviously, Bigpod, we're both gonna have to pay attention to that and respond to these people that are talking because what's the point of recording a live episode if we're not going to be doing that?
Yep.
Yeah, but it's also going to be the very first episode of 2026. So, like any
No, it
podcast,
won't be. It will be the last episode of 2025. You keep
oh,
getting it wrong.
I will get it right
Monday
eventually.
is Monday is still 2025.
Okay,
Joshua Lee.
okay, I will get it right one of these days. But like anything relating to podcasts about this time of the year, there are two things we can do. We can either do awards or predictions.
I
And
have an award.
oh,
Award for the best podcast infrastructure. Definitely not Tuxbase Media Group.
no, definitely not Tuxbase Media Group because heaven forbid, how long has 10leej.com been down for today? It's been over 10 hours.
Yes. That's
let me
why
let me check.
that's
Okay, it's
why
up. It's
what
up right now.
that's why one of the predictions I'm gonna have will be in regards to this. But let's get to the segment first. So what else are we gonna talk about, Mr.
Well,
Joshua Lee?
well, you see, first of all, we are currently live on our YouTube channel as well as our Twitch.tv channel. I don't know how often we're going to be using the Twitch.tv channel because heaven forbid, I'm never going to log into it because I just don't want to touch it with a
Neither
10-foot
we
pole.
I.
But it
Maybe
exists. It exists.
yes.
So maybe we might stream to it more often. Who knows?
Yeah.
It is
Well, if we're streaming
Twitch.tv.
to YouTube, why not stream to Twitch.tv as well?
Yeah. So
Automatically.
yeah, twitch.tv/no tux allowed. We're also live on our YouTube channel right now, youtube.com/at no tux allowed, I believe it is. I think it is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been
I think
it's
so.
been a minute.
Since I looked at that
Yeah, yeah.
particular piece of URL.
Yep. All right. So, we got that out of the way. You can find the full VOD right there. We even recorded a pre-show that's going to show up in your standard RSS feed for you to those audio listeners. It's just going to be right there for you, just for like this episode. Because heaven forbid, if you can watch it on the YouTube, why do you have to pay to get it in your audio feed? That's how I see it. Because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna unlist it because why would I? So, Big Pod, we're gonna be doing some predictions,
Yeah.
and
So,
I've got one to start with because it was very recently in the news for everybody. This is Mozilla.
oh,
Mozilla will backpedal on AI.
really?
Yes,
So
they will.
Firefox won't be an AI browser.
No, it will not be an AI browser as advertised. Because you got to remember, Firefox does have AI integrations right now.
Yes.
And in fact, it's been so good that nobody's complained about it.
Yeah.
They've had, I mean, well, I've complained a little bit about it because when you highlight text, it pops up with that little AI button that I accidentally click way too often. But uh, it is very well done overall. There are still a couple things with it, like I hate that it's a sidebar. I just hate that. Just give me like a pop-up button like all the other extensions. But it's been so well done and so tightly integrated into the way Firefox operates now, as it currently stands now, that I haven't seen anybody complain about it.
Yeah.
The only thing that they're really complaining about is the full AI integration that their new CEO was saying that, hey, let's do that. And obviously, yeah, like 01 is saying here, all they have to do is just make it opt-in. Obviously,
Yeah.
if it's opt-in, it's never going to be enabled. Not really. It's just like telemetry. Like opt-in telemetry is functionally useless.
Yep.
But uh, so and if they're going to be pushing like the AI thing, and they're actually going to be putting it into Firefox, there's only really one way to find out if it's actually going to work, and that's to have it enabled by default.
Exactly.
That's the unfortunate truth, but the statistics show that that's going to be the case. But it's going to work out so poorly for them that they're inevitably going to have to backpedal. Because I really think that they're just calling on like they're advertising like these AI features being built into Firefox purely so they can get investors that are not Google in Firefox or well in Mozilla in general.
Yeah.
That's really what I think. But Bigpod, I'm certain that you're probably going to disagree with me.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I
Okay.
don't know. We're gonna see how AI will go. Now I'm gonna have one prediction, and but before I share it with you, if you have your own predictions, live audience, you can share it with us in chats, both on YouTube and Twitch. And if you're listening to us later, don't be afraid to comment or email the the predictions to us at contact@tuxbase.com. Now, my prediction is that by the end of 2026, uh, Tuxbase infrastructure will be changed twice, which once we know it will because we're already building the new infrastructure piece by piece, designing it properly. But I have a sad and sneaky feeling by the time mid of the year arrives, I'm gonna be thinking about new infrastructure.
Gonna like, I learned things. I want to implement them because they just sound cooler.
Yes, and then probably be new shiny. Let's do this. The standard engineering problem.
Yeah,
So yeah,
sounds about right.
I think new shiny will give me a lot of problems with keeping a stable
Well,
infrastructure.
just remember, there's a whole process for changing infrastructure. I detailed it to
Yes.
you earlier today.
Yes.
Because like you have to submit proposals.
An RFC.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. So next up, 2026. It's going to happen, Big Pod.
Yeah,
It
we
will
know.
finally be the year of the Linux desktop.
About that, I don't know.
Now, I need to define this phrase a little bit to me because this is not when the Linux desktop is going to be like popular. It's going to be just popular enough that my neighbors might actually understand what they mean when I'm talking about Linux. That's what I'm going to be talking about. That's the point that I'm talking about. But we've got Michael Dominic here writing a blog post back in September that just randomly showed up on a Google result when I googled year of the Linux desktop and I saw this. I'm like, oh, Michael Dominic is a fellow podcaster and he posts some opinions sometimes and he's saying that he agrees with me, Big Pod. He
Really?
agrees. Yes. And he lists 3 very good reasons. Do you want to know what the first good reason is?
No.
Well, you see,
But do
when
share it because, you know,
when
we're on a
you
podcast.
yeah well when you install the Linux desktop, right? You have to configure it,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be tinkering with it for weeks, days upon days. You're gonna be reading documentation that just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But we've also got the rise of opinionated, cohesive desktop environments that are not called
Good.
GNOME.
Good.
With Omarchy and Cosmic.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Omarchy, or Omarchy, or however you want to pronounce it, is an Arch-based Linux distribution or post-install script that you can install that comes with a pre-configured Hyperland tiling compositor or tiling window manager. So people are going to bounce off of it. But Cosmic's pretty cool. Cosmic is a cool enough desktop environment that I might be installing it. Just give it a try. We'll see how long before you start seeing me show up in that bug tracker. But I don't understand why these two are being the ones pointed out specifically, because Gnome is very opinionated. Lighted, a lot of their opinions are like bad opinions, and KDE has come miles upon miles from what it used to be. Like
Yeah.
I've been on Fedora KDE, and I haven't had Kwin crash on me at all since I installed this, and I think this system has been live for about 2 months now. Like actually,
Wait, really?
which yeah.
This has to be some kind of a record.
Oh, for me, having a distro that I haven't reinstalled, it's definitely not a record for that. But KDE not or Kwin not crashing, yeah, that is. Or maybe like their session restoration is just working so well that I just don't even notice it crash. But at the same time, I just haven't noticed it crash. But here's point number 2. Quality Linux hardware is finally here. Because we have the System 76 hardware. We've had that for years, but now we get that with the Cosmic desktop environment. That is not going to be a bad experience, no matter how it is, because the software is what sells the hardware.
Yeah.
We've also got the framework, which the framework, on like their recommended operating system page, does recommend Linux distros. Like actually,
I believe it even ships with them.
it is a shippable option. Yes, I think you get to choose between like Fedora, Ubuntu, and Windows,
I believe there is more
or
options.
just no operating system. And there might be more. It's been a minute since I looked at the configurator for framework.
I think there is an option for some other stuff. I'm gonna take a look. Might actually be, you know what? Something like Bluefin or Bazite.
Oh, with framework, you either get Windows or you just bring your own. That could actually be the case. That probably is the case. Because if you're getting Windows, you're probably not carrying over a Windows license. So why not just buy it with the hardware? That actually just makes sense because Microsoft does subsidize the hardware a bit when you offer that.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
Here's point number 3. Developer disillusionment with Apple's walled garden. I don't know if you've ever published an app to the Apple App Store, but it's kind of toxic.
No.
It's kind of toxic to do so.
You need a Mac to publish to Apple App Store.
Well, you need a Mac to be able to build the software and test it to begin with. So you
Technically,
probably
no. Most stuff
yeah.
you can build on anything, including Linux. But to do
but,
publishing, you need to have a MacBook or a Mac.
You need to have a MacBook. You need to have Xcode installed on the system.
Yeah.
So you need that, but when you go to publish to the App Store, it has to go through Apple's approval thing, where they might need to dig through the source code of your application, and that can sometimes take forever. And then they will find the most nitpicky thing to deny you for. Linux, by contrast, make a flat pack. You don't even have to post it to FlatHub, but you're probably going to be posting it on FlatHub anyway, because realistically, that's the only repository that matters for Flatpak. I don't care. that uh, that you can just spin up your own Flatpak repo, or that you can just enable the elementary repo because nobody's enabling the Fedora one for some reason. But I don't care that those other things exist. But the whole argument against snaps like that I hear besides canonical it being canonical is that you can only select from one repository. Uh, you cannot use that as a valid argument against me because I just don't believe that's a valid argument because heaven forbid, how many applications are on FlatHub compared to all the other Flatpak repositories? And yes, you can use snaps from a separate repository from canonical. You can actually do it.
Yeah.
now, now obviously, the obviously like frame applications in general on Linux, just make a Flatpak, make an app image, um, make a snap, just contribute it to the upstream repository, and you're good to go. Actually, for app images, you don't even have to do that. You just provide a way to download the package. Same thing with like containers, like publish a Docker container and just post it up on like Docker Hub because heaven forbid, they're not auditing that. So I'm thinking 2026 is the year too many stars aligned for too many people, especially because Windows 11 is invalidating so much hardware. Uh, Now, obviously, your mom's probably not going to be installing Linux, from Windows, but she will probably at least be willing to give it a try if you installed it for her. What do you think?
I don't know. Uh, at this point, I think basically anybody can run Linux as long as they have a Bigpod or a Josh to install it for them.
I mean, I already have a grandmother that runs NixOS. It boots up into just enough of a cage compositor to launch Thunderbird. That's it. That's literally it. It's just cage into Thunderbird with automatic login.
Wow.
Because
Well,
that's
remember,
all she uses the computer for is just emails.
remember, most people run Android every day. Android is Linux.
I don't know if it is Linux. It uses a Linux kernel, so yes.
Yes, so it is
But
Linux.
but maybe it's not Linux. It just has Linux. You got to
But
remember,
it's Linux.
GNU is the operating system. Linux is just one of its kernels.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I mean, it depends on which distribution you installed.
Yes.
But that statement could potentially be true.
No, never. 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 But before this devolves into a war I will have to cut out, let's go into the third prediction, fourth actually. The one that is like, shall we say, again about us and the podcast. Well, Josh, will we actually understand quantum computing enough to do a topic about quantum computing and be able to explain it and talk about it with actual any air of authority?
So, here's the thing about quantum computing, right? Every single time I go to check tech news, it's just there. There's
Yes.
always something going on with quantum computing because there's big investments going on with quantum computing infrastructure right now, and apparently they're making some big gains with quantum computing this year. Like there's news there, but I don't know enough about it to be able to competently explain it. So, if you happen to know something about quantum computing, like say you're an engineer that actually understands this, send us an email. We'd like to have you on the show.
Contact at tuxbase.com.
Yep.
Well, Josh, let's move over to the next prediction that might be sadness that is our knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. This one is probably going to be a bit of a bigger topic. So first of all, it is AI. So yes, we have to make the disclaimer for AI. We are a tech podcast. At some point, we are going to be talking about AI because AI is where all the hype is. Like we tried for so long. How many episodes did we go without raising AI at all? I tried.
I think there was a set of episodes long ago that we, like, that was like 15 episodes in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
row. We didn't talk about AI.
But I got one of these data center projects that's coming in like my backyard, and of course they did that shady thing where they managed to subsidize everything to the point where they're not even paying the electric bill. That's me. So yeah, I'm pretty kind of upset about like this whole AI thing. But AI, the proliferation of it is causing data centers to basically explode in like popularity to the point where it's affected so much of like the hardware industry. Like RAM prices are insane right now. Same thing with like solid state drives are way up there nowadays too, compared to what they
I
were like last year.
I remember reading and seeing a picture of a 64 gigabyte kit of DDR5 memory that costs $1,000.
Right?
That is fucking insane.
It makes me want to sell my desktop computer because my desktop computer is worth way more than what I bought it for.
Yes, yes. That RAM kit is almost worth as much as half of my computer.
Right?
Also, I learned today that apparently Microsoft has more hardware than they can actually put online, and that putting online is actually the problem, not the hardware itself.
That could in fact be the case. I just went to Micro Center right now. A 32 gig of G Skill Flare X5 series, which was definitely not $350 4 months ago, is now $350. Like I remember seeing that kit for $90.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're at the point now where these companies have so much hardware that that they don't have enough space in their existing data centers to deploy the hardware to keep up with the perceived demand for AI. So they have to you know uh, build like these data centers in all these places where they can justifiably get away with building a data center, which is basically in the middle of nowhere, and put all their hardware in there because they have the hardware. They got to put it somewhere, and run this data center that's going to suck up so much power, cause such a taxation on the local economy. The construction for these things, they're massive projects to build,
Yes. They're
but
small cities.
yeah, they're effectively small cities, but only during construction. After construction, there's probably no less than, well, probably no more than 100 people at a time in a typical large data center.
Yeah.
So they contribute basically nothing for like the local economy, like at all.
Yeah.
And yet, somehow, some way, across just the United States in general, they're able to come up with like these municipality deals where they don't even have to pay their own electric bill.
Yeah. But remember, they are people are saying, these CEOs, that in few years Earth will be populated by nothing but data centers. These AI factories.
Yeah, it's getting that way, and I'm really sad. That's only just now that it's only just like this year that I started picking up like Warhammer and reading like the lore from that, and it's really starting to come around to the idea that maybe the Adeptus Mechanicus are right.
Well,
Because in the phrase of Warhammer, if the humans win, we do not want the Adeptus Mechanicus to be the ones that actually win. Because that's like the most dystopian version. There,
Well, in my opinion, this can end only one way, horribly. But which horrible way it will end, that's still a question to be answered.
and one way or another, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
It,
I
yeah.
hope for the bubble to pop soon and for all those servers to become available as general computing for basically nothing.
I mean, I still have 16U worth of rack space available.
I don't mean just like sold. I mean like Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. They won't just sell off those servers. They'll still rack them. They'll
Yeah.
just sell them as cloud computing servers for pennies on the dollar, just so they make some ROI. And that's when I
Probably.
plan to swoop in and buy data centers worth of server compute.
Quite possibly. But uh, I'm just I'm just wondering like what's going to happen like with what. So we got these companies that are still investing in the AI right now. Like I don't mind like Meta just disappearing and shutting down, but my concern is like these other companies like say Google, right? How much of like their entire thing is just AI nowadays? If the AI bubble pops, does Google effectively shut down?
Probably not. It's probably still enough. Like, Google is advertisement, and Google is GCP.
Are we sure?
Yeah, I am.
Because I'm thinking
Also,
about I'm
also let's
thinking purely
remember.
in like the context of like YouTube moderation.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
all
let's
AI
remember.
right now.
Yeah, but those things will stay. If bubble pops, we're looking at uh, fall of LLMs and stuff like that, and fall of advancement in that area. We're not so much talking about existing applications disappearing. We're talking about no need for teaching models at the factory scale we're doing now, at the industrial scale we're doing now. Because what's the point? I don't see the point now, and we will not see the kind of inference we're needing now. That's where the fall of AI, the bubble popping happens. Any kind of usage we see today, whether it be some chatbots, whether it be AI in the background doing tasks, those things will stay. Because not all AI is LLMs, but LLMs are driving the whole thing. Because they're trying to push LLMs to be end all be all solution. But remember, it's LLMs, it's statistical models on statistical data.
That's true. Like I I can't remember who said this, but they said that probably now's not like a good time to be like investing heavily into like LLMs, but like smaller, more purpose-built AI
Yep.
agents. I forget
Yep.
who mentioned that, but it was actually very reasonable because I don't necessarily care that Chat GPT can come up with like a recipe for bread, as well as be able to tell me like what the latest JavaScript library exploit was, or uh, what happened in Nigeria earlier today. But
Uh, I would love for my AI to be for AI to be able to manage my calendar or manage my, I don't know, my my when I need to wake up
yeah,
based on calendar and based on things like that.
so
Or
you're
or for
but
example, based on email I get. Do I get
so
an email? The kind of email it can read and see, oh, this is important. Let's wake the sir up. And it
right.
and it goes and I don't know, calls me, sir, you have an email you need to get to, work, client, yada yada.
Well, you
Uh,
see. Hold on.
Josh broke the
Hold on just a
server.
moment. Hold on just a moment here. You get the email coming in. Your AI bot will then have to talk with like your alarm bot to alert you that hey, a thing is happening,
Not
according to what this.
necessarily. It could all be one system. It should be one system. But that one system, that one central AI, that by the way isn't an LLM, but an actual thinking machine, says, okay, I'm reading this email. That could be a LLM part because understanding of the text is something large language models are good at. Okay, now I have to go from here to think about how to get what to do. Okay, sir needs to be woken up because this email is urgent. What do I do now? Oh, best way to wake him up is to call him. He wakes up to that. And phone rings.
Yeah, because it's tried like other methods of contacting you in the past, and it's just like yeah, this is just like the most reliable method. But if that doesn't work, I'll try this other thing.
And when after it calls you, when you pick it up, it uses another of its component called TTS, text to speech, or it more likely would be like data to speech, and talks to you in a voice you prefer. For example, for me to wake up and be really, really woken up really quickly, I would set it up with my voice so it sounds creepy to me.
This is starting to sound like less AI but more algorithm.
Well, AI is an intelligent. AI is in reality a thinking algorithm.
Yeah.
Human brain
Zero
is a thinking
Zero
algorithm.
One does raise a kind of a point here. He says that you can't really have that kind of integration without without the risk of prompt injection. There's really, and he
The
says that
problem
there.
is you're thinking in the way of LLMs. You're
I mean
thinking in the way of LLMs.
that's true.
The catch is you're thinking in the way of LLMs. LLMs have a problem of prompt injection because of how they work. Because they are in reality just a statistical model that takes data, that takes what is known as tokens, little bits of information, normally one word or one character wide, and goes, okay, I have these tokens right before. What token should go next? That's what LLMs do. They do it on a much bigger scale. They even do that for images. They literally analyze an image and create a tokenized version of it. It's literally all that. What we need is closer to what would be a real AI, and reality would be a real AI. We need more closer to machine learning. What we don't need is generative AI, which is what LLMs are. Should there be a component that is generative AI? Yes, because generative AI is good at generating things. But so what I'm saying is there should be many components to the actual AI, but it should act as a single unit. That's what AI should be. And wanna know from where I modeled this?
Where's that
From
from?
this tiny little thing called human brain. We are, after all, the only known in natural intelligence that got to this kind of a level. So maybe we should model artificial intelligence closer to it instead of, well, let's do statistical models. That's been my problem with AI since forever, and which is one of the reasons I didn't go into AI and I went into programming.
Yeah, well, it's really easy to do both nowadays.
Yeah.
So, if you would like to send feedback on this topic, you can send us an email. Mail or contact at tuxbase.com. That is a working email address. We confirmed that it works earlier.
Yeah.
It and of course, if you don't want to talk with us, because I can understand, we do have a Discord. You can go to tuxbase.com/discord, join the official Tuxbase Media Group Discord channel, which is currently called No Tux Allowed because that's just the only show that we run right now. But it
Yeah.
might expand in the future. If you would like to support our various endeavors, because infrastructure costs money, and we're doing things the hard way. I'm sure that you might have heard Bigpod make a big prediction about what his plans for 2026 are and my concerns. You could go to patreon.com/notuxallowed and, fund Tuxbase because, heaven forbid, we're probably going to need it. And, of course, if you would like to reach us directly, Bigpod, you have a YouTube channel and I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Also, you did not copy-paste Patreon correctly.
I noticed. Josh, you don't have to be that guy.
Oh, I'm just saying, man. You just need to copy paste better. It's patreon.com/notuxallowed. Just drop us a couple dollars right there. You're going to get access to a premium quality feed just for you because you decided to give us $5. Doesn't even have to be every month. It you could probably get away with, spending us $5 one time, getting the link from Bigpod, who's probably
Yes.
not going to be checking again anytime soon to
Yes.
to disable your access to the premium feed because you didn't renew your subscription on Patreon. But we haven't come up with a way to properly automatically audit that.
Yeah.
So, but of course, I also have a YouTube channel. I actually have a video that's processing right now, Bigpod.
Really?
Yes, it is processing. It has been in processing hell since last night.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to delete it and re-upload because that's a thing that happens with YouTube. I'm sure that there's a content creator out there that probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. But anyways, Bigpod, that is a show. That has been a live show, which you can find on youtube.com/@notuxallowed to find the entire stream available to you, where you can watch it. And also, Bigpod, you are now banned from /r/Pyongyang for spamming in our YouTube chat. We'll see you guys next week. I'm not going anywhere, Bigpod. I'm just stopping the recording.
Yeah. And cut.
Yeah, I've already cut.
Yeah, I haven't. Well, so join us over the weekend. At one point, there will be a stream at surprising time when Bigpod will be editing the episode.
Of course. And then you get to get very, very opinionated with him because, he's probably doing it from, not Linux.
Yes, it's gonna be
Yeah.
Windows.
Yeah. In the meantime, it's dinner time, so I'm gonna go get myself some food. I've got a fancy new box of DIY hamburger helper, not the box
Ooh.
stuff, but DIY, which means it actually tastes good.
Also, one question: why do you need a hamburger helper? Don't you just basically need a patty, a skillet, and a bun that you cut in half? That's a hamburger for you.
Well, you need to look at a box of hamburger helper and tell me that's a sandwich because it's not. but it's basically like burger meat made up in a kind of stew.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But I personally more like the meat that I make on from actual pieces and grind it right before making the patties.
Oh, 01 is telling us that he's on Archlinux because he downloads his hamburgers from the AUR. let me know, Big Pod, when you decide that you're gonna run a flake for that. But in the meantime, guys, I'm gonna be out of here. I'm gonna hit this stop streaming button on YouTube, and I'm gonna see myself out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and make myself a sandwich because I didn't eat a lot because there was a stream to make. So I'm gonna grab myself a sandwich.
Well, you see, my
Not.
kitchen's warm now. At least I can say that much.
Oh
I got the
wow.
window fixed right before the stream. All right, see you guys.
See ya.